Hello, everybody. I am so excited to be here. We always say that when we come on, Mary Kay directors, we're just always so excited. It really is a lot of fun connecting, during these really, really crazy times and still being able to have the connection and still work our business to help. Really what we're doing is inspiring hope and people to just feel good about themselves. So I thank you for joining me. I'm just going to wait for some people to come on. Just wait a couple of seconds. Today we are doing Skin Happy Hour, and the focus is doing the 3D Miracle Set 3D. Talking about that, I'm going to run through it. So if you have samples or you actually have the products with you, go ahead and pull them all together, and you can join in with us as well. And if not, and you would like to have a facial on the go where the products that I talk about tonight, you would like to have them in a sample so that you can try them at home with your consultant, either on a face-to-face or kind of on your own in a self-guided tour. Let us know, because we'll certainly be happy to send that to you. So we love being able to have our products get into your hands to be able to try them, because that's how we worked before. We did a lot of face-to-face and really having people get to try our product, and that's really key, because when you can try it, then you'll know how it works. Mary Kay's products are very innovative. They do a lot of, they have so many trademarks and patents and testing that they do, and so there's a lot of really great things, and the knowledge of knowing that we have products that are not only going to do what they're what we want them to do, but they're putting that claim behind it that they actually do what we say they're going to do, because that's really not only just the integrity of the company, but just having the whole process of creating a product and whatnot. And so there's some really exciting things coming up. I can't share secrets, but there's really, some really great things coming up in Mary Kay over the next year. And, the timing of it, even though the pandemic was not planned, and even though Mary Kay would have had no way of forecasting all of this, everything really fits in nicely. And have you been finding that? Do you find that this pandemic, made you have feelings like you can be all over the place in one night? You can be totally freaked out, or you can be like, oh, this is going to be okay. I mean, have you felt that, having these shifts and how we're doing things? And I know we've all felt that. We've all felt that doom and gloom. And, with all the stuff that's going on now, in addition to that, natural disasters and political disasters, all of those things, and so we want you tonight not to think about any of those things. I'm just going to kind of push them away. And so just being able to really concentrate on yourself. So I am going to get started. And certainly that if you are a guest, make sure that you write down here. I'm going to put this little ticker across here. Write in the comments that you are a guest and who invited you. And if you are a consultant, put a consultant who your director is. We like having that information because it helps us to follow up with people. And also we have some prizes and stuff that we always give out. And there's always some kind of raffle. And so we really want to be able to share that with people. All right, I am going to go into my screen share here, and we are going to go ahead and do Skin Happy Hour. And the very first thing, here we go. I'm going to share it now. Hopefully everybody could see that. I'm going to put on my phone because I won't be able to see comments unless I have my phone up. So let me get that up here. And Skin Happy Hour is basically a place where we are going to give you a little information about how to take care of your skin. The first thing that people see when they look at you is your face, right? And so I don't know about you, but I want my face to look good. I want my skin to look good. I never had good skin. I always had very blemish prone skin. And so for me, having had such a transformation in these last 20, it's got to be close to 26 years that I've been using the product. What it has done for my skin is amazing. Once I hit 50, I thought, okay, this is going to be good. And now, I'm over the hump. So 57, so I'm over the hump. So now it's like, making sure you have maintenance. You see, when you take care of your skin early on, then you just do maintenance later on. But when you have to play catch up, anybody do that? You have to play catch up. Well, we actually have products that you can play catch up. You know, it might be a few extra steps, but all in all, it really will make a difference. And taking care of the skin is the only one you have, because I think that the hardest thing is the pain of regret. You know, later on when you're seeing all the things that you see when you hold on. Oh, there we go. When you have the pain of regret, which means that it's too late. It's a little too late, you know, and the things that you wanted to take care of and you can't take care of, that is really that's just really sad. So we want to make sure that people know that there are options. Okay, so we have Christine in the house. Hello, Christine and Janet, and we have Barbara. Awesome. So glad that you are all on. All righty, so here we go with my first slide. The very first thing I want to share is our skin analyzer. This is the coolest tool. So remember I talked about how that maintenance or the catching up. So this particular tool, what you're doing is downloading the app. It's free. You're going to take a selfie. It'll actually show you how to line it up. You'll see these little lines, you know, when you're doing it, and it will give you an analysis of your skin. It will tell you your texture. It will tell you if you have a lot of discoloration, the wrinkles, all of that, and it kind of gives you a range of that. You're able to send that result right to your consultant, which is really cool. If you're not on product at all, it's a phenomenal gauge. I mean, it is so accurate. It will tell you what is the best system to start off with. Now, if you are using our products and you use it, and let's say, you know, you're using, you know, something that's definitely so anti-aging, and the analysis comes out that, oh, you only need something like what early 20-year-olds would do, that you don't ever want to go backwards with product. You want to make sure that you just keep maintaining what you're doing, because that means it's working. So that is so important with that. And you know, every consultant has, when you text your results, every consultant has some kind of a little special something for you. So you definitely want to do that. I find that it's really good if you can do it before you actually do your facial. So if you have that opportunity, that would really be a good idea. All right, so let's talk about skincare. Skincare is so innovative, as I mentioned before. There's so much technology now to really be able to help you figure out, you know, what are your specific needs. So I do a lot of stuff on my face, and here's why. Number one, I definitely have a lot of oil. I will have breakouts if I'm not using the right products and in the right stages. I have discoloration from past sun damage, like really bad sun damage. And let's face it, at 57, you know, things are starting to wrinkle up a little bit more. And so I not only want to be, you know, caught up, I want to be actually ahead of it. That's just kind of me. Of course, you know, I'm a representative of the product, so I want to make sure that I can definitely show it. So for me, I do a lot of those extra supplements because I have specific needs of things in the past that I didn't really take care of. So, you know, when I was younger and all the pimples that I had, and I didn't have the ones that were all sticking out and they were all underneath, but I remember going to the dermatologist in my teens, early teens, and they would basically dry ice me to kind of like, I don't know, burn them off, and then put me under an ultraviolet light. It's actually very similar to this ring light that I have now. And I would go under the ultraviolet light. Can you imagine how many times I did that? I mean, that just made my sun damage even worse, right? Because that's kind of where it started. But I'm also convinced that that's my thyroid issue, is from all that exposure that I had. You know, it has come such a long way on how to take care of good skin. And we have all these different products. So what you're seeing in front of you are all the different products that we have available. And each one has a specific function and target toward an age or a situation of the person's skin. Today, I'm going to be focusing on this one here, which is the 3D, but we do have the botanicals, which tends to be for the 20-year-olds. That is not like anti-aging, but however, any basic skincare is going to be an anti-aging, because taking care of your skin is actually helping to maintain good skin. So that is an anti-aging. The Time-Wise Repair, I'll mention one of the products in there because there's like a little liquid gold in there. The Time-Wise Repair tends to be for those people who have that advanced sides of aging, or those who want to play catch up and really make a difference in their skin. We have products for men, skincare for men. We have a Naturally line, which we're very proud of. And so there are people who really want something that's, no dyes, and, everything about the Naturally line is so regulated. The ingredients and where they come from and how they're processed and how everything. It cannot affect the ecosystem at all. And so 3 of the 4 products are 100% natural, and the cleanser is 99.49%. That 51.51% is really just a very natural additive they have to add to make sure that the water in there does not ever change or get funky, I guess is the way to put it. And then, of course, we have our Clear Proof, which is for the acne prone, and that's mild to moderate acne. I know for my daughter, when she started using that product, she saw a difference in 2 days, and she saw it clear up in 2 weeks. So that has really changed a lot, because, if you are an acne sufferer, you've tried a lot of products, and I know because I used to be there. And once you find something that works, then you just kind of feel like you can't do anything. It's like becomes a obsession. Like, if I change anything, it's not going to work. Well, I will tell you that there's a really great system in that. When you start the system, you start off using just the cleanser and the moisturizer, and then you build up the rest. Because what a lot of people make the mistake is that they go and they do everything for the acne products, and then they might have a reaction. They might get too dry. And so that is something that you can follow step by step. Our job as a consultant is to guide you through that and answer any questions. And, and some of the medical questions you may have, if we don't know the answer, we have a line that we can call and talk to someone medically and find out information for you. So just know that everything is always backed, not only with what the company's, integrity and all of that, they've accomplished as far as in innovation. We also are backed by 100% satisfaction guarantee, which means anything doesn't work, you have to switch it, no problem. We send it back, company sends us another one. So that is something that's really important. The buying mistake drawer that you have with things that you bought didn't work, Mary Kay wants none of that in there. All right, let me keep going. We're going to do 3D. I'm going to talk a lot about the Miracle Set 3D. But before we do that, part of the whole cleansing process is to make sure that you clean your eyes first. So let's face it, our eyelashes are there to kind of catch all the microorganisms in the air, that land in there so they don't get in our eyes. There's also something called lash bites. Do not Google it. It's gross. It'll really freak you out. The key is you always want to use eye products for the eyes. And our oil-free eye makeup remover, even though it looks like it's oil, it is actually a silicone base. You would shake it, put a cotton round, and it gently takes it off. Because if you have to scrub and scrub and scrub, you're pulling your skin. The more you pull your skin, the more wrinkles you get. And so this here will very gently take off all of the eye makeup and make your eyes clean. So even if you don't wear makeup, you still always want to wash your eyes, okay? Now, the next thing that we're going to talk about is a satin lip set. So this is a 2-step process. It is actually a sugar scrub and a lip balm. Our lips cannot exfoliate themselves. And so we have a sugar scrub, which smells like it would taste good, but we don't need it. You actually put it all over your lips and it will exfoliate. So you don't have any of those little hanging dry skin. That's like the worst when you have lipstick, right? And you kind of see that it's rough. You don't want that. Just like when you're going to paint the walls, you don't want, the little things sticking out of it. The lip scrub is really great. And the lip balm is going to penetrate way down deep. Chapstick is only going to be a surface, and it's a momentary fix. You're going to be addicted to it because you're going to need to keep putting that top layer of the petroleum. Our lip balm is going to make your lips feel completely moisturized. And so this is a really great product. It makes a phenomenal gift too. All right. Sonic brush. All right, this is like one of my favorite things. Cleansing is so important. And this particular product, it is not a brush that actually spins. What this does, and there's 2 speeds, what this actually does is it vibrates. It's like 200 oscillations, which just means it's really vibrating a lot, right? This is actually shaking loose anything that's caught in the pores, because what happens is all of our makeup or dirt, oil, whatever we're exposed to in the environment actually starts to get built up into our pores, right? And so you add makeup and you add oil to that and it becomes like a glue in there, very hard to get it out. In fact, it turns black, and that's why we call them blackheads, because it's just our pores clogged up. And so if you're somebody, for example, that only uses moisturizer, never use soap, same thing. Like if you were to take your clothes that, you know, you went out in the mud and you only used water, it's not going to come clean. You need something to get that dirt out, to get the makeup and also the built up. And so this, including a cleanser, is going to give you a super clean feel, and it's really going to be clean, and that really makes a difference. So this here comes off, and you can also get a massager. This, we have some of the different serums that we have, you know, one for discoloration if you want to kind of improve your texture, another one for reducing the fine lines and lifting and firming. When you're using this, because of the oscillation, right, the sonic, this is going to actually increase the circulation, which actually helps to boost whatever the product says it's going to do. It's going to actually boost that, so it will help. So in the long run, this is a phenomenal tool to have and a really must to. You have acne sufferers in the back, phenomenal thing to clean with your back. Oh my gosh, it really helps a lot of teenagers. All right, so let's talk about the 3D. There's actually 4 products, but it's really 3 steps. And those 3 steps, you're basically washing your face, putting on a cream, and doing the eye cream, and you're done. It is super simple. But this first product, which we call a 4-in-1 cleanser, this has a cleanser, an exfoliator, a toner, and an illuminizer, all in one. So it's called Time Wise because you're going to be smart with your time, right? You're doing cleansing and the exfoliation. There's little beads in here. They're gentle enough for every day. And then a toner, which is going to help to tone and make your pores seem smaller. This is done morning and night. At night, I usually do a little bit, wash really quickly, rinse it just to get the makeup off. Then I put on my face again, and that's when I do the sonic. This is timed for 1 minute, so it automatically shuts off, and you know when it's time to stop. Once you're finished with the cleanser, then what you're going to do is go into microdermabrasion. So microdermabrasion, I'm going to just go ahead real quickly, and I'll go back to that. Microdermabrasion has a 2-step system to it. Step 1 has aluminum oxidized crystals, so it's very, very gritty. And this is going to remove dead skin and that skin that's just hanging on, but it's got to go, because this is what's going to help make the skin look better. It's going to actually help also the skin getting stuck in the pores, right? That's really a really big importance. So when you use this Refine, oh my gosh, it leaves your skin feeling so smooth. It's awesome. In fact, I will challenge you that if you get this product or you get the sample, just do it on one side of your face so that you could feel a difference, because that is where you can tell. So this here, many times people who are a little more on the sensitive side, go ahead and add it right to your cleanser. You put the cleanser on, and then you can do a little bit of that and add right to it. It'll soften up the abrasiveness of it. Otherwise, this is a product you would use with your face wet after you've cleansed it, and you would do it 1 to 3 times a week. The oilier you are, the more frequently you would use it. Okay. The second step that we have to microdermabrasion is called pore minimizer. So our pores are really, really deep, right? And so this doesn't close the pores like this. It's going to actually just close the surface of it to make it look a little tighter, which is a really important thing to make. You know, when you put makeup on, you want it to look like a porcelain finish. This is one of the products that I use morning and night because I am oily. So this is not just as a second step for microderm. It can be used all the time, morning and night as well. Okay. Oh, this is probably, I have to say, it's probably my favorite product is the charcoal mask. Oh my gosh. And the reason I love it, I love the smell. It has got a really minty smell to it. It smells like you feel very refreshed when you're using it. Charcoal has this really amazing natural tendency to draw out double its weight, and it has to do with ions, so negatives and positives. It's kind of like a magnet. It's just going to draw out. So remember when I talked about the pores, how they get all filled up? This is going to actually just take them right out. And you can see in this here, where it got dark, that's where the impurities were coming out, because when you put on the mask, it's definitely on the dark side. And then as it dries, it'll lighten up. But where it stays dark, that's where all the toxins are coming out. So look at the difference with this nose here. And that's why I also challenge you, only do one side. So like you do the microdermabrasion just on one cheek so that you can feel it, and then you just do the charcoal mask on one side of your nose because you could feel it. And I promise you that if you get one of the samples of the charcoal mask, just fold it up, because you're going to definitely want to do that on your entire face. It is so awesome. So this is probably one of the best gifts, because it's for any age and any gender. This is a phenomenal, you know, whether you're dry skin or oily skin, it really is a phenomenal treatment. So it makes a great gift as well. Can never go wrong. Okay. This is, oh my gosh, and I put it here as it's Spanx for your face. This is the liquid gold I talked about. This is part of the Time-Wise repair. But if you're someone that really wants to kind of lift up and firm a little bit more, this is your product. Now, I also use a vitamin C serum because vitamin C is it's important, because when you use it, it will double the effects of whatever product you're using. So in this case, where it's for more firming, it's going to help you firm more. Products I have for my discoloration, for my past sun damage, it's going to actually help clear it up more. My pore minimizer is going to help them. So all of this is just kind of like vitamin C is going to help to do that. So I was using all of those products, and then this came out. And I thought, all right, one more thing, but I'm already using things that are lifting and tightening and all that and closing my pores and discoloration. Do I really need to do that? Well, there's a scientist that's in Mary Kay, and when we go to events, he's actually one of the people that they have a booth there or whatever. And he's really dreamy and cute. I just kind of sit there like this and listen to him. And he was the one that I just came right out. And I'm like, look, so I use all of these things. Should I use this? And he went just like this. So you have a cute guy that tells you that, of course you're going to do it. Well, it was a game changer for me, having this product. And this is something that even if you're really doing great with your skincare and you're you know, on the maintenance, even adding this, because that is going to completely slow down the aging process. This is great. Just look at this woman, the difference in this woman just with using this. It is amazing. I'm sure she was on the repair as well. But, you know, when you see the neck, that to me is like the number one thing. You're going to show your age on your neck. And so can't talk enough about the lifting serum. All right. The final thing here for skincare, believe it or not, is, oh, wait, let me go back to day cream. All right, after you do your supplements, you do all that, and then we're going to do day cream and night cream. All right, so the day cream, which also known as moisturizer, this is to hydrate the skin. This is not to add oil, and this is a misconception. In fact, if you're oily and you don't put on a moisturizer, your body is naturally going to produce more oil because it's thinking, I need to have something on there, so that is better than nothing. If you took a piece of bread and you put it out in the sun, it's going to get dry and hard. But if you put it in a Ziploc baggie, it will stay moist. That's the purpose of a moisturizer. And there, during the day, you want to protect your skin. So we do have the day that has with or without SPF. And the night is to actually help restore. At night, all of your organs, your skin is your biggest organ. Everything needs to restore itself. And so having the night cream is going to help restore overnight. So really important to use them like that. And then, of course, the eye cream. Oh my gosh, women, I can't tell you how important eye creams are, because that's the first place, the first area that we start to see the lines are in our 30s is around our eyes. Like literally your 30th birthday, you wake up and you think, oh, where'd that come from? We all tend to do this, which of course you're supposed to go inward with your ring finger because it's the weakest finger. We all tend to do this early on and just taking off the makeup, whatever. That is actually making more wrinkles than you can imagine. The eye cream is one of the most important. If you use the moisturizer for your face on your eyes, many times that has extra water in it that you actually can get puffiness under your eyes from that. So you want to use eye products for the eyes, face product for the face, body product for the body. Never put body product on the face or face products on the eyes, okay? The vitamin C serum is one where, and the lifting serum, you can go right here. That's okay. You would not want to do it right in here. Okay, so here's another thing is with the Miracle Set, it's going to help, and it really will go for a long age range. This really can be from the 20s all the way up. You know, I definitely have an 80-year-old that's using this product here. She absolutely loves it. And, you know, the lifting serum, she added that in the vitamin C serum. So needless to say, just because of your age, it doesn't mean that you're just on this one. The more oilier you are going to love this product a lot. And then adding some of the supplements. So in your 30s, you're going to start like here. In your 40s, it's usually the forehead that gets wrinkly. And in your 50s, around the mouth, and 60, it's the rest. So you are going to get all the steps: cleansing, exfoliating, toning, hydrating, all in cleansing, exfoliating, hydrating, toning, all in one. That's really what's so great about our miracle set. And that's why it's called TimeWise, because it saves you time. Okay, once you have all of that, our final step of skincare is actually to protect it. So we would put some kind of foundation on it. Yes, foundation is going to even the skin tone. Foundation is going to actually help, you know, cover up if you have any ruddiness, redness, or you have any discoloration or you know, pimples or something like that. It will actually help to cover it up. And I know a lot of people think, oh, I can't wear, I'm going to break out. Remember how I said I had a lot of acne prone skin, right? I remember that very first night I went to my Mary Kay event and she said, put the foundation on. And I was like, no, because I'm going to break out. I was assured. And of course I fell in love with all the products and went home and I didn't want to get the foundation. She said, oh, just take it. Didn't put it on. Months went by. Never put it on. And then one night, my daughter, when she was a baby, had an ear infection. Those of you that are moms know how hard that is. You don't sleep well. And I had to get up and go to work. And I put foundation on that day. Why? I don't know. It was divine intervention, I guess. And I remember going to work, telling everybody how tired I was. And they were like, well, you don't look tired. And that's what I was like, oh, even skin tone makes you look better. Now, this little foundation primer here, Hollywood's best kept secret, because what that does, it actually fills in the pores and the lines so that when you go to put on your foundation, not only are you going to get a better finish, but it's going to hold on to it. So you can look at this orange, which we know is porous, right? When you put the foundation primer, see how this, you can't really see the pores, where here it becomes sheer and you can actually see all the imperfections. That's the difference. Now, of course, I think everything with a brush is amazing. We think our fingers do a great job until you try one of our tools. Now, you could use a sponge if you want a very, very sheer look. You could use a foundation brush, which is a little bit looser than this, a little bit wider. That's going to give you a medium finish, right? Cover up. This is going to give you a full coverage. And it just glides right on. But you will put it on, you will not be able to tell. You can't see streaks or anything. There's no way with your fingers that you could actually give the texture. Let's put it this way. If you were to paint the wall, you know, there's a difference between a roller and a brush. Imagine the finger paints, right? You're not going to get the same texture. A brush, sometimes you can actually see the strokes. And in the rollers, there's actually different types of rollers where you can get a different texture, right? The thinner it is, the more flat it'll be. That's what you're doing. You're basically doing the portrait of your face. And because we are, you know, multidimensional, you will see everything. You know, now with the camera, of course, you can do a little bit more, but this makes a real difference. Of course, we have CC cream, which is it has a tone to it, a color. It has a moisturizer and it has a sunscreen in it. We have matte foundations. We have luminous foundations. We have mineral powder foundations, all different types. It's really your preference on what you like and the level of coverage that you need, because you can get pretty good coverage with the CC cream, especially if you're using the right tool. All right. So that came to the end of that. And if you can mark down, if you're actually using product, you know, what was your aha moment? Because I like to give these little tips, you know, on things that you can do. Here's one tip. When you're running out of your cleanser, for example, and you call up your consultant, because many times people call us the last minute, and you're just like, oh my gosh, I can't get it squeezed out. Here's what you do. You actually cut it, and then you can actually still get some product in it. You want to put it in a baggie because it's going to dry up, but at least it give you another day or two to use it. So you particularly see that more in the littler bottles. All right. And so if you had an aha moment, go ahead and mark it down in the comments because we'd love to, if you have a question, you can put it there as well. Now, here's the thing. It's called Pay It Forward. All right. Here's what I really love. I love to have women in their own home feel like they can pamper themselves and guilt-free, right? How many of you have kids out there, and you're lucky if you can even go to the bathroom, right? Because usually the door has to be open or there's one kid hanging on you or something, right? This is an opportunity when you get to enjoy having a pampering session to get to nominate somebody to have it as well. We love giving these packets away. And so we're like always looking to give them away. So this is a way of paying it forward. So basically you just let your consultant know somebody who wants to have a facial in the bag, a facial to go, facial on the go is what I call them. And then we will give that packet. So here it's saying to text this, but because we're doing this with all bunch of consultants, you actually want to text your consultant the word free. And then that way we know you want to nominate someone to receive a little skincare packet. So if you received one already, then that's basically what you're passing forward. And if you haven't had one yet, you just say, I want one for free, and we'll be happy to send it to you. And of course, you can get a 50% shopping spree if you invite 4 people to join you. That is super fun. So we usually use Zoom for that. Everyone gets their samples and then we all come together. And what I just did now, that's basically what I do. It's a skin happy hour or a beauty experience or a facial or a skincare party. That's really what it is. We go through it and show everybody. And for that, your consultant will let you know how you can earn up to 50%. You definitely get some really great freebies, but you can earn up to 50% shopping spree, which means you can have anything. All right. Wanting everything is a way that I love to share a little bit about what this business is about. Many people think, oh, Mary Kay, we're selling lipstick. We don't sell lipstick. We sell lipstick, but what we're really doing is selling confidence. We are all about empowering women, helping women feel like they can make a difference for their family, for the world. All of this with the pandemic happened. And of course, we know it has not been easy for a lot of people. And like I mentioned early on, there's a lot of things that had to change. I mean, how many moms now had to become teachers as well as working? And some moms now are kind of seeing, you know what, I got to find something different. I have to figure out a different way because I like being home, but I can't do what I'm doing now, burning the candle at both ends. And so the Mary Kay opportunity, it's $30. It's $30 right now. So there's different ways of becoming a consultant. And one is to get a full starter kit. And this is what we had before. And this is basically everything, the tools that you need to go to someone's house and do a face-to-face or to do a party, right? That's how we worked it for 57 years in Mary Kay. That's what it's about. Once the pandemic hit, we quickly pivoted and we had to create something virtual because everything is virtual. I have personally been in since March 9th. I have been very isolated. Everything I do is virtual, and I have been able to do my business, and I'm having a better year than I did last year, which go figure, right? I can reach more people. So for me, the virtual is a great way of balancing and being able to be safe. I have elderly parents who really need, my time to take them to doctors and things like that. So I have to make sure that I'm not exposed to anything. So everything for me is virtual. Well, when they came out with this $30, now it's kind of changing things. So, you may have a job that you really, like love or hate. But I always look at that when I share this opportunity with women and kind of share how we do things, let alone that we make 50%, let alone that there's no territories, especially now, anywhere in the United States, let alone that you can be your own boss and car programs that you can earn the use of a car, all of these things, let alone all of those things. You really have 3 choices. And one is you basically say, hey, I'm working my job. It's okay. It is what it is. And you settle. That's one option. Second option is to think, you know what, I'd like kind of a plan B. So I think I'm going to put my resume together and I'm going to figure out, the money that I need and apply for a job. Because some people are doing that right now. They need to make that shift. The third choice that you have is, you know what, for $30, like this could be, like a bucket of wings and a couple glasses of wine. It could be a pizza, right, with extra toppings. For $30, you can just give this a try and you're immediately going to have the tools that you need to start earning money right away. And it doesn't matter if you have a PhD or a GED, it doesn't matter. But what does matter is the impact that you can have on your family and the impact that you can have on the world. When I came into this business 24 years ago, I only wanted to get my product wholesale. I love the 50%. I love being able to get that, which you can do too. Come in for $30 and get your products, and you just service family and friends. You can certainly do that. But I saw the opportunity when I joined that I could actually be home for my kids. And now they're 28 and 25. So at that time, it was perfect for me to be able to still make a professional income. I was a PhD. Well, I still am a PhD. But I had a doctorate. I was a child psychologist. I did not look at ever that I was going to do this to sell and to, gather women together. It wasn't about that. But what I saw was the opportunity to really impact women. I was impacting families by the therapy that I did with the kids, especially the crisis that I worked with. It really helped me to make the shift. And when I decided to go full-fledged, and I never looked back, I let licensing certification go. But you know what? I was able to be there for every step of my kids. Every step, they're part of it. My daughter now is an entrepreneur. So, it's the catching what they want to do, their dream of what they want to do. It is all about how you want to improve for yourself, for your family, and for the world. And couldn't we all use a little bit better? All the stuff that's been going on, the fear. I mean, I want to promote people to have, hope and love and faith. That's what it's all about. And so this is a really great opportunity. You may or may not be for you. We would love for you to kind of get an idea of how we do promote this to people and just have people have a listen. And you can actually just text the word video, and your consultant will send you a video. And even if you think, oh, you know what, I'm fine where I'm at, still look at the video, because there may be somebody that one day will say to you, you know what, I need a plan B. And you're going to be able to say, you know what, here, text video, watch it. Maybe it's for you, maybe not. But you never know unless you try. And when people watch the video, your name actually will go into a drawing to get a $50 Amazon gift card. So that is exciting. Now, last thing that I want to share with you is a closing sheet. And this your consultant will also send you, because I don't know about you, when I first came into Mary Kay, I wanted to be able to get my products at a discount. I never wanted to pay full price. That was just my thing. And so this is a really great way of putting together different types of bundles of products that you want, and give you a really good deal with that. So this is something that they will send to you if you would like. You're basically picking from each category, and the number of sets that you get actually increases the discount that you get. And so if you have any questions, I would definitely love for you to put those in the comments, and what, might be particular, what a product does. It might be a little bit asking me a question, about how I got started, or your consultant might answer that as well. I will tell you that when I started this business 24 years ago, and November 15th will be my 24th anniversary, I never, if you had told me that night, oh my gosh, you're going to do this, you're going to have earned, 12 cars, you're going to actually leave your career and you're going to just become a Mary Kay independent consultant and an independent sales director, I would have never believed it. Because, the people that saw something in me that I didn't see, now I know what they saw, because I could see that in other people. And whether it's just to get your product wholesale, you start there because it's safe. And then you kind of test it out. It is amazing the fulfillment that you feel in helping other women feel great about themselves. I love this opportunity to pour my heart out in this kind of a platform to make women feel great. And, this on-trend beauty essentials, we love it because women can kind of pop in and out anytime they want. We have little beauty tips that go up, and, one of us is doing some kind of a training. So for us, it's something that really just helps us to feel good. So I want to thank you for coming tonight. Excuse me. And I'm so glad that you joined. And if there's any questions, you can put them down here and we'll go through them. But thanks so much for joining me. I'm going to end this part here. And let's see. I want to make sure that worked. All right. I think that'll shut off in 1 second. But if you have any questions, let me know. I don't see anything popping up here right now, but I am so excited that that you all came to to join tonight, and you can watch any of the other things here, and we will see you soon. All right. God bless.